Hey there. You ever have a hard time sharing with people what's on your mind? Daniel Hartman, Community Machinery, Sackville, New Brunswick. Today's virtue of the day is assertiveness. Now, assertiveness is not to be confused with being aggressive. Aggressive is really the shadow side in terms of knocking people out. But assertiveness is really tempering our heartfelt desires with sensitivity and putting them out there for others in a way that they can receive them. Even though the message feels tough, even though someone might take something personally, we've got to recognize it's not personal. When it comes to really being a healthy adult, we need to recognize that being a nice guy or a nice girl, or however we define ourselves, being a nice guy does not mean being a doormat. And we really need to look out for our own desires in a relationship to really feel inspired to be there, to keep coming up with better ways of spending time with others, and to really get relationships going in a really positive direction, upward trajectory. So, some of the things, the strategies that I found really helpful with my family, especially when we weren't really committing to a time to get together around the Christmas holidays. A month before, I'd say, hey, last year I found it really hard to plan what I was going to do, and I don't want to spend my time alone around Christmas. I want to have as many things going on as possible. So I'd really like to know the times we're going to spend and have everyone figure out their work schedules or who's visiting, what friends and family. And if I don't know a couple weeks before, I'm just going to start making my own plans. It's nothing personal. I just want to make sure I'm not spending time alone. And that really helped people in my family have an incentive to really stake down to what their work plans were, to be more assertive themselves and say, hey, I'd really like to know what my work schedule is. Or, hey, would it be alright if I work these 2 days and take this day off? So even knowing that we talk so much about communication and what good communication really looks like. And as far as the shop here, I know there's a few things that a lot of times the work I like doing is really fussy and has a lot of attention to detail. So if someone wants me to do something that's really hack and slash, and it can be tough where that's the kind of stuff I don't really want to put my name on. And if there's a way to support that or help someone do that themselves, that's great. But it's not really work I want to take on. And I also don't want to do work that's at a lower price point that doesn't have the highest value possible in terms of knowing I've got some skills that a lot of other people don't have, and that those jobs that I often turn away, that they're things that other people can really gain a lot of skill at. So they're valuable jobs, just not valuable to me, and really being assertive enough to share with others that it might not be the best fit for what I'm doing at this point in my life. And it's not personal. Other things that come to mind in terms of asking people to hang out, or sometimes when people say, hey, it'd be great to have you over to dinner. And sometimes if I don't really resonate, or I've got a lot of things on my mind and I just feel like I can get triggered by certain people and certain events, that it's nice to be able to have some sense of honesty in terms of conveying what is happening, instead of just saying, oh yeah, we'll get together, and avoiding making a date and following through. So those are some things I'm still working on, still looking for a really endearing message to share. And I know a lot of times that I'll ask people to hang out, and I'm not everyone's cup of tea. So knowing not to take that stuff personally when I do put myself out there in a big way, and also recognizing certain things to take the edge off of being assertiveness in terms of if I see someone I feel attracted to, that recognizing instead of trying to ask someone out on a date, if someone's cool, that I just hang out with them as a friend. And if I meet someone and they have a partner and they're in some kind of long-term relationship, if I'm asking someone out that I think is really interesting, that's really besides the point if someone's in a relationship or not. So That's kind of the stuff that I didn't have that kind of wisdom growing up. And now part of being a healthy adult is really recognizing that if there is an attraction with someone, part of being a healthy adult that can be assertive is saying like, oh, hey, you're really attractive and it's cool that you're in a relationship. It doesn't matter to me. I think you'd still be fun to hang out with. And why don't we all hang out, with your partner, or if you're having a party, hey, just put me on your list. Even if it's right down the bottom, it's all good. I don't have to know that. And just being able to joke and be lighthearted, because humor really breaks the tension between things that we are still grappling with. And humor, it's always funny because it conveys an underlying truth, and that's breaking the tension of those things that we don't have resolved. It's a real gift. So those are some really key ways to be assertive and to really take little steps and sharing things that are valuable along the way, instead of building up to the point where we get to a breaking point and then we get to that point where we just want to be aggressive and start yelling at people and feeling physically we just want to knock people over the head, because those are not virtuous things. Those are things that we're only going to start feeling shame about, and then we'll feel shame, and then we'll get angry again, and we'll want to do something about that, and we'll end up in this downhill spiral, not where we want to be. So on that note, all the best being assertive. Please comment below on things you'd like to be more assertive around, and also like and subscribe, and you can hit that notification button. And if you don't hit the notification button, rest assured there'll be another virtue of the day tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.